Hello, YouTube. I'm Vince White. I'm an employment attorney, and on this channel, we answer publicly posted questions from YouTube users, getting folks the answers they need from an employment attorney. I am eating grapes and then talking to my mouth full because I am so hungry. But I gotta make these videos before I can go eat. Now, we have a question here before us from the YouTube user Sniping Berry, who asked us, "Hi Vince, fellow YouTuber Lisa, who fought against NASA." Side note, Lisa's channel is fantastic, amazing resources. Federal employee for NASA, went through the federal employee EEOC process. Now she helps guide people through the EEOC process with resources. Not an attorney, but frankly better than many employment attorneys. Fellow YouTuber Lisa, who fought against NASA, told me to ask you these questions. My case is up for the judge's decision on summary judgment. I have a threatening text message from my Caucasian boss. I had a racist picture from the movie The Help. My white boss allowed for his worker to use as icons on their phones under my... I had a racist picture from the movie The Help that my white boss allowed his workers to use as icons on their phones under my name on their cell phone. I reported that and other things and faced the retaliation of all retaliation. I went through hell. I just want to ask you, can Lisa help me by sharing these details on her YouTube page? My attorney has authorized a written statement from me that was shared to the local news media in Syracuse, New York. Okay, pause. I'm originally Canadian, but I grew up for most of my life in upstate New York. I'm a citizen of both countries. And in upstate New York, I actually went to university, Lemoyne College in Syracuse, and worked at Syracuse University in the bars there. So let me stop you and say, please don't give me any names, because I do have friends who work across upstate New York in law enforcement, including state troopers and various officers around Syracuse. So I don't want you to give me any information because I want you to be protected. And I don't want there to be some kind of weird conflict where you've shared information with me improperly that I shouldn't have had because I'm friendly with someone who might be involved in your case. I doubt anyone I know is involved in your case because the people I know probably wouldn't behave that way, but I don't want there to be an issue. So let's get that out of the way right now. Sniping Berry goes on. I want to expose the hell that this municipality has subjected me to. They took away my personal police car after I filed the race complaint. They broke in my work locker and took my equipment. They moved my office, ordered me to individually count all the pencils and items in the office and the basement. No one has ever had to do that. I had police cars sent to my home to deliver personnel paperwork. Yes, I'm a law enforcement officer, and I am fighting against a tough law enforcement municipality. I need to get my story out, Vince. Okay, so I don't know what stage of your case you're at, but first and foremost, talk to your attorney. Trust your attorney. Don't trust me more than your attorney. I don't know your situation. I don't know everything that's going on. Your attorney will. But I'll say this. Generally speaking, once a case is filed and publicly available, it's not your fault if anyone else reports on it, anyone else shares it. So a famous YouTuber such as Lisa could certainly share the as-filed complaint, and in New York State, you would have additional protections against defamation because it was a filed complaint. So if that's the stage you're at, I don't see much problem with that at all. Certainly run it by your attorney first, okay? Same token, the authorized written statement, it's already cleared for public consumption. I don't specifically see why that would be any different to have a reporter run it versus Lisa run it. Lisa's liability, which I think would be zero, but you never know, is her own business, and I'm sure she's on top of that. But as long as your attorney is advising you what is good and bad for the case, then I don't see an issue with it. if you're going to be doing an interview or something like that, something that's a little more unpredictable, as I chew to buy time to think, at that point, I would probably urge you to do a prep session with your attorney or talk to your attorney to see if you want to work with a publicist or something like that. I can certainly recommend publicists that do a great deal of work in this field that I'm sure could help you. They're not cheap, but they're incredible. I tend to work with Linus and specifically Ariella and Amber over at Linus, and they're fantastic. They're really, really good, and on this channel, I always talk about the concept of having many repetitions, right? Many repetitions at a specific thing will make you good at it. In terms of repetitions, bringing the victims of discrimination, their stories to the fore in the press, it's hard to imagine someone who's had more experience than the crew at Linus, unless we're in the world of the Reverend Jesse James or Gloria Allred, right? There's a few characters, but not many. It's rarefied air up there, right? So happy to make that introduction. I'm sure they'd give you some time as a courtesy to me. I don't know how much time that would be, just to be clear. I'm not purporting to, I'll trade in a favor for you. I'm not trading in all the favors for you. But yeah, obviously, I can't be personally involved just because I don't know if I know someone that you're in conflict with. I hope I don't. I hope I don't. I believe I don't, but I don't think either of us wants to find out, right? But I'm happy to say, hey, I don't know who you la. I don't know who's involved, but I can make this introduction to help you. Yes, a handful of grapes. So the sniping berry, I hope that helps. And if that's something you want, comment down below, and our firm administrator will probably reach out and coordinate that for you. I can try to make that happen. And I don't know. I'm kind of like dragging my feet as I answer this question. I'm trying to think of what's more useful, what other useful things I can tell you. I don't see any problem if your attorney is proving Lisa's disclosures. I think that is great. I've always been a little bit reluctant to do that on my channel, but not because I think it's bad for the case, just because I don't think it's really true to the purpose of the channel. And also the New York State Bar Association has like a weird, not weird, I'm not criticizing the New York State Bar Association. The New York State Bar Association has definite thoughts and opinions, and although I would say they have not promulgated rules, they have promulgated penalties for people putting things on YouTube that they feel they should not. So got to be careful with that as well. But of course, to be clear, not criticizing, not criticizing the Bar Association of the great state of New York in any way. Sincerely. I love you guys. All right, I'm signing off. Like, subscribe, comment down below. I hope this was helpful. If it was, do the things. Comment. It helps the algorithm, right? All right. Bye, everybody.